Let's take a look at affirmative action preferences. Affirmative action often takes the form of good employment practice. These practices may be encouraging more diverse applicants, posting all employment opportunities, eliminating selection criteria that impose unnecessary barriers to employment, and offering development and mentoring opportunity. Measures such as these do not leave anyone worse off and raise no issue of discrimination. Federal contractors are limited to these measures and required to make selections in a non-discriminatory manner. Placement goals do not provide the contractor with a justification to extend a preference to any individual on the basis of that person's race, color, religion, or national origin. The difficulty with these affirmative action measures is they are not effective without strong commitment from employers, and any improvements they yield are not likely to be immediately seen. Employers sometimes go further and apply a preference for women or persons of color in hiring or promotion decisions in an effort to more rapidly achieve affirmative action goals. In such cases, the protected class characteristics of applicants or employees are considered in making employment decisions, and those decisions sometimes differ in what they would have in the absence of affirmative action. The use of preferences for women and people of color is the most controversial and legally problematic issue surrounding affirmative action. In reverse discrimination cases, an employee alleges disparate treatment. The claim is that an employment opportunity was lost because an employer with affirmative action plan considered the protected class characteristics of applicants and chose a less qualified woman or person of color. In these cases, the employer has, in fact, taken protected class into account to some extent, but argues that doing so was permissible because it put an affirmative action plan in place. The question is whether this use of affirmative action was discriminatory. In reaching an answer, courts will consider both the justification for affirmative action plan and the reasonableness of the particular measures used to implement it. Although affirmative action sometimes includes setting preferences based on race or sex, affirmative action is not a matter of establishing rigid quotas for persons with protected class characteristics regardless of their qualifications. Loaded terms, such as quota, make it difficult to engage in objective analysis of the legal issues. The legal question surrounding affirmative action is not whether quotas are legal. The answer to that question is plainly no. The question is to what extent protected class characteristics can be considered for the purpose of undoing the effects of discrimination on women and persons of color.